I kick it off. All right, what's up? This is episode 2.
Oh, it's buzzed down too.
This might be episode 2. We're here with 60% of High Tide. That's pretty good. That's a passing grade.
Bro.
It's a very passing grade.
That's
yeah.
a passing grade. 60 is what I needed to pass.
Yeah, that's fair.
We're gonna do quick intros, just so I accidentally turned on my mic. We're gonna do quick intros, just so y'all know who everyone is.
Yeah, I'd say start with your name and what do you do. And we'll start this side. I think.
For you to introduce yourself, because they already know who I am.
I mean, we host the show, so that's all. That's
let's
the
start
desk.
with
Yeah, let's start over here.
Yeah, what you ate for breakfast?
Hey everyone, I'm Sasha. My name is Sasha. My DJ name is Sasha.
That's convenient.
I actually didn't eat much of a breakfast today because I had a really big dinner last night. I went for Chinese food. I ate a ton of crispy beef. It was lit.
That's dope.
So I had a coffee for breakfast, but then before coming here, I had a shitload of sushi.
Talk to him.
Yeah, nice
Oh,
to meet you all.
That's sick.
Your
I'll pass it off
digestion's
to
gonna
you.
catch up with you real quick, man. Crispy beef, coffee, and sushi. That's
It's a
That's
bang.
wild.
Peak meal
though.
performance
That's
is
wild.
what we call that.
I'm Mike. My DJ name's also Mike.
You guys got creative with the
trend.
names, man.
And I actually made a banging breakfast burrito this morning.
You made it?
Oh yeah, I made that.
What
in
are the
it?
elements?
Okay, so we started with
crispy beef, coffee.
Nah, it was like
Sushi.
some nice bacon, just eggs, and then some salsa verde, some
Yo.
garlic hot sauce. Obviously gotta have the cheese in there. Wrap. Pretty simple. Some onions in there.
See you soon.
Roll it all up,
Don't be strangers.
and then down the
Chef Mike out here. That's
sure you
actually
wanna be a
impressive.
Jack of all
DJ?
trades.
Yeah.
Yeah, you picked the wrong profession, man. You should be in a kitchen now.
I'm Terry. I go by T. I had a gluten-free slice of pizza, and it actually was amazing.
Damn.
So
That was your breakfast?
That was a brekkie. I had a long morning of cleaning up, so I was like, after I got a cut, I was like, I gotta go get something. There's a gluten-free bakery right across the street from the barber, so I was like,
Right.
I gotta
it-
do it
is-
for the culture. You know what I'm saying?
Is it gluten free by choice or is it gluten free? Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that.
Can't do one slice of pizza. As soon as I break that seal, it's.
I know. It's go time. You gotta go.
I
devour
can't.
it.
Yo, she can vouch for that. I crush pizza like 4 times a week. I've had to find a way to make it work for like my macros. It's just like gluten-free crust now.
Yeah.
Just loading it with anything decent for me.
There you
'Cause
go.
I need pizza multiple times a week. Anyways, that's a little bit about
very
me.
cool. I want to know like how you guys met each other. Was there like did High Tide start as one person and expand, or did you guys all come together at once?
I would say I know Sasha and Aiden for a long time. My wife used to work at Vice, and they also Sasha worked at Vice, and then Aiden was kind of like the homie.
Our
And so
man behind the desk was also a Vice writer for a while.
okay,
Oh, we got a Vice connection.
Vice Media.
We pour some out for Vice.
They
right
should
now.
they should have never gotten to television. I think that was their downfall. But I
Yikes.
digress.
No, we could talk about that after.
Yeah, and so I kind of was looking to do more creative things, and so I tapped in with Aiden, and then Aiden was like, "Hey man, if you want to kind of pop, you should probably do some party series, but better yet, help us run our party series." And so Aiden and Sasha had a one-off at, I believe, La Piscina.
Yeah, we were doing it just me and Aiden for like 8 months before
Yeah.
you joined, and then you joined, and then I feel like you were like the rocket fuel that like took us to another level.
Ooh,
We
shit.
like expanded,
New DJ
and then
name
we
coming.
met Mike.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's actually a pretty cool story how I met the whole crew of High Tide. I saw one of their events that they posted like on TikTok, and I sent it to my buddies. I was just like, "Yo, we should totally go," because we were like, at that point, I haven't been I wasn't at any good events within the city, and that looked like something right up my alley. So we went. It was me, my buddy Marco, his girlfriend, and like a friend of mine named Emily. We went there, and I told Marco, I was like, "Yo, this is we gotta somehow get into this." Marco's a videographer, and so I was just like, "We gotta find who's running the show." And we saw Terry running around with the camera,
Shoot it.
and he went outside, and I was just like, "Okay, this is the time now." So I followed him outside. I just told him like, "I want to play for you." I told him that right then and there. I was
And that's
just
it?
like-
That was a sales
I was
pitch?
like, I want to play for you.
it was a very emphatic sales pitch, and I kind of had to like figure out how we could shoehorn him in. So like you sent the mix, we like sat on it for a bit, and then I was like, this guy actually got like some chops. So yeah, it felt like, you know, like those rapper moments. I'm trying to spit for you real quick. I didn't think I was up on that level yet, but it was good to see that, you know, the enthusiasm was infectious. So we had to put him in the fold, and like has been like one of the best decisions we've had since. So
Fire. So are you guys planning on adding more members, or is there like a hard cutoff on what this group looks like?
This is his pitch right here.
I don't think it's like a
So
hard and
can I
fast
play something for you
rule.
real quick? Yeah.
Yeah, like we're taking like an odd future approach. Like, you know, anyone and
Nice.
everyone can join,
Exactly.
I would say.
Exactly.
But like, I feel like if you were to join on like a more full-time basis, like what would you do? Like, what don't we have? I don't know. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like we always need talented, cool people who like know things.
course.
The best thing about Mike was that he just knew so many things that we don't know just because we're washed old men and, you know, we're not Gen Zers.
The knees went.
Yes.
Yeah, the knees are gone.
It was a
Yeah.
year
Yeah, the
to-
knees, the back.
Yeah.
I don't know what's cool anymore. So
I put you guys all at the same age. I don't know if that's a.
Oh, that's very nice of you to say that.
It's
Thank
the
you.
skincare routine. Yeah.
And
Oh,
black doesn't
shit.
crack, so I appreciate it.
Wait, Sasha, what's the skincare routine?
Dude, I can't give that away. That's my secret.
Oh.
I'll tell you.
It's
off
the
camera.
diet,
I'll
bro.
tell
He's
you
He's
off
taking the Pharrell row. He's
It's-
like, I just washed my face.
It's the diet, man.
Don't lie to us.
None of us are eating like this guy.
It's,
That's the real
blood
key.
of 14-year-old Peruvian children.
Nah,
It's Mike's
man.
blood. Yeah.
Remember when I said you have to bring something unique to the table?
That's right.
Yo. Something you don't have? Yeah.
Well, I don't know how to follow that up, but no, I mean, I think I got hip to you guys because of Aiden initially. We met Aiden through what's his last name? Mikey Powell.
There's so many Mikeys.
There's a lot of Mikeys.
Sorry,
Ton of
Everyone's
There's a
named
lot of
Mike.
Mikeys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we
Mikey
met.
Powell is very tall.
Yeah, I mean, sticks
Yeah.
out like a sore thumb.
He does.
But yeah, we were chatting with him, and then I was at Kyle Wildfriend's show, and then Aiden was
Shout
out
out
with
Kyle.
him. Kyle's actually, I think,
got later
next
today.
coming next. Or?
Is he next up?
Or he's after Chris.
No, he's like, I guess later.
Anyways, whatever. So I met him at Kyle's show,
Yeah.
and then I don't know, he just kind of had that look about him that was like very, very like Berlin techno. So immediately I was like, perfect. That's my vibe right there.
I think you would love to hear that,
The
actually.
butterfly tattoo.
It's that. I mean, it's everything. It's the shaved head. It's like I was shaved for like a year and a half too, just like clean shaven.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
I was
yeah.
like, that was sick. That's
No,
when
I
met him,
think
too.
we also saw him at the McGee show.
We saw Mikey at the McGee show.
Yeah.
We were at the
Really
McGee
like it.
show.
Were you?
At
Yeah.
Phoenix? Show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That shit was
Fire.
hot.
It was,
It was.
yeah.
Yeah.
Dude,
Hot
I
as in
was
like
gonna-
temperature wise.
Yeah, I thought I was gonna
yeah.
pass out, dude. It was so warm. Anyways, completely irrelevant. Anyways, that's how I got hip to you guys, and then yeah, I've been out to a few things. I saw you guys did the combine thing, so that got me excited too. I reached
sure.
out to Aiden Sykes like right after that. So we want to do something too. And we're gonna try and
Nice.
throw something to Bevy, hopefully
Yeah.
in April. It'd be sick if you guys want to come out and we can
Absolutely.
figure out a way to make
Yeah.
that
We're
make that
there.
happen.
Yeah.
So, how would you guys describe High Tide to people who don't know about you guys or know what you do?
I think the best way to describe us is experiential parties, and
Ooh.
that I think that our main mandate is we want to make sure that we like put on a show, but also give a reason to go out. And it's easy; anyone can DJ.
Yeah.
But it's like the experiences that go with it are kind of what brings you to the fold. And I think to Mike's point when he was talking about the first kind of poppin' party that he saw on TikTok, I think for the Gen Z and like newer, I want to say the younger group demographic, I should say, a lot of the times like they started growing up and becoming of age in COVID. So like there was a lot of like, you know, norms they didn't get to experience and they weren't really sure how to party. And so I find a lot of
Ooh.
the times you have to like, you kind of need that elder, that gatekeeper in a way, not in like a
OG.
stoppy, an OG, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay,
we all need
Unc.
an OG in our lives. And I feel as though like if you bring an experience, like truly if you build it, they will come.
For sure.
And so the idea has kind of been like transforming spaces, having like unique connection to community, but also like having a good party.
You said something interesting there, which was like how to party.
Yeah.
But how to parties? What do you mean by that?
Well, I mean, like you've ever been to like your first bar. There's etiquette. There's like, you know, you can't
Yeah.
just be pulling up on the bartender expecting to get served immediately.
Oh.
Just how you react in a crowd, like act like you've been there. There's like, I mean, a lot of the times I feel like in the city it's like a real screw face attitude where you're just showing up to like appear as opposed to like absorb.
Sure.
And I think my ethos is always been if I'm here, I'm committed. Like I want to have fun. I'm not just out just to snap a couple pics and be done with it. Like
Right.
I want to rage. I want to go off. I want to make sure that like the money's being spent well. And
That's
so,
kind of the other founding insight is
Yeah.
that like you go out, you travel, you go to other cities. Like you mentioned Berlin earlier, like you go to these like quote unquote like world-class party cities, and the party culture is so dynamic and people are actually dancing, they're enjoying themselves, they're socializing. You go out in Toronto half the time. Are people happy here? Like genuinely, like are people happy
Real.
here? Like I feel like people go out because they feel like they should go out. I don't know if they go out because they want to go out or they actually are having a good time. To your point, it's like people don't talk to each other here. People don't really, they're not really friendly here. Like Toronto's kind of a figuratively and literally cold city in many ways. So like another thing that we really want to try and promote is like socialize, dance, have fun, like actually enjoy yourself, because people in this city I feel don't do that enough, honestly.
Yeah, is that what attracted you, Mikey, as well?
To what?
When you said you saw the parties on TikTok and you're like, I want to be a part of this.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. Like, cause like they said, like when I turned 19, like that was like mid-pandemic. So like
Right.
I was just mixing records in my room for like forever. And so when I finally got to go out, like, you know, typical like 19, 20-year-old stuff, you go to like King Street and you're like, yeah,
Big mistake.
it's
King
fun.
Street
It's fun
demon.
for like a summer, and then you're like, oh, okay, I need something else. And like my parents would always talk about, like, because they grew up within the city, and like they were here when it was just like you can run to the Blue Jays when you go out to the bar or whatever, and they talk about how it's just like
Great.
nonstop dancing, just like you're there to enjoy the music, you're there to enjoy the atmosphere, and it's just. When I was going out on King Street for that brief period of my life, it was just like everybody was there to like show out, but not to like enjoy themselves there. So when I saw their event, I was just like, whoa, okay, people are dancing, people are having a good time. And then I went and actually went, and I was just like, damn, everybody screaming at the top of their lungs, dancing, singing. I was just like, this is what going out should be like. And I was just like,
Yeah.
I was like, I got to do it. I got to somehow measle my way into this.
Yeah, you did it, man.
That's
It
when you
worked.
rap for
Congrats, you
Terry.
did it. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah. Kudos to you, man. You got into the mix.
That's cool.
I love that. So I feel like there was
Hey man, stop yapping. Let me get something in.
Sorry, bro. This
The
is-
hell, bro.
You gotta tell me out.
My mic's been off for like the last 5 minutes.
just unplug his mic, man. You don't need this guy.
Yo, turn him down. No, I was gonna say so me and actually Caitlin came with me to Tomorrowland this year. She doesn't really go out, and this was like a huge jump. I mean, going from never going out to just showing up to Tomorrowland was massive. But
Fresh.
something about exactly what you're talking about, like people are there for that thing. Nobody's got any other agenda besides just showing up, enjoying the artists, enjoying other people there.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, it's sick to see someone's focused on doing that here. I mean, there is obviously other party circuits like Work That, Combo Breaker, and some of the Apollo stuff. Those guys run, they're cool too. But like house music specifically, deep house, progressive, whatever, like has been missing as far as I
Yeah.
can tell.
There are a lot of party series, and like we love going to a lot of like other party series. Honestly, we're inspired by them daily. I think one thing that a lot of the partying in Toronto ends up being like is like you have your King Streets and you have that, or you have like extremely left of center parties that are like at some warehouse that are like they're sick, but like if you're not familiar with that and you're introducing yourself to that,
Yeah.
it's a lot and it's overwhelming. So like where we try and sit is kind of in the middle of those two, where it's like we want to give you like an elevated experience and something different from like typical nights out, but it's also not as like intense maybe as like
accessible.
some of those
It's
other
accessible,
areas. Yeah.
You won't
It's
be
accessible,
trying to
yeah.
find coordinates on an Insta story.
Yeah.
But
TBA,
you're also
TBA.
not going to be getting bottle service.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I think that's the range we want
No,
to
that's
stay
perfect.
with.
That's actually the sweet spot.
That's a good way to put
Yeah.
it.
I've been to something that Apollo threw once. Do you know like Link Studio? There's a little coffee shop next to it.
Yeah.
It was in there. Like it was
It was in the coffee shop?
in the
That's tight.
coffee shop, and they didn't want noise pollution. So I might cut this part out just because I don't want to get anyone in trouble. But the smoking room was in the back. It was a closed room.
Right.
Everyone was standing there. It was a hot box of cigarettes, bro.
Bring back indoor
Weren't you
smoking.
It was pretty cool.
That shit was awesome.
Nothing is sexier than coming out of a smoking room at like 3 a.m.
It was crazy.
Blitzed.
And then after that, me and him just stood next to the speaker and just raged for like the remainder of the night. But
What's up?
that was crazy. I've never been in an indoor smoking room. Like 30 people lighting up cigarettes in a room maybe as big as this carpet.
That's funny. I feel like cigarettes used to be like a key. Cigarettes were like a key party tool.
Oh yeah.
Now
Still are.
it's vapes.
Are you guys bring that back, or is that? Oh, it's still there?
That
Gen
is,
Z
yeah.
vapes now.
No, I see
It's
Mikey's
like-
Mikey's on the right
See,
path.
I'm
He's talking about
an
vapes.
analog boy. I gotta
Yeah,
get
yeah.
that like
Analog.
Marlboro Country. Give me the belly and the mouth. That's actually how I live. Yeah.
Here's
Yeah.
the thing, though. We know the long-term effects of cigs.
Oh, exactly.
We don't know
What
the long-term effects of vaping. We don't.
Yeah.
Cigs have been around
Nah.
forever.
Kind of
Yeah.
know. Kind of know. It crystallizes your shit up, man.
Yeah, true. I
Either
don't
way,
know.
it's I mean, I'm indulging too. I'm not even judging, but like I'm just saying.
Yeah.
It'll
So
Smoking
you
room's
guys
a
just think bring the
tight idea.
cigarettes back, like back, you know?
Well, I'm no surgeon like warning on the label, but have fun. Bottom line,
for sure.
have fun.
Enjoy responsibly.
There you go.
That's our thing. Fucking yo, if you go to movie theaters in India and there's cigarettes on the screen or any kind of tobacco, there's a massive banner that'll pop up and just show you the most foul images of people's mouths like corroded. I was watching the Dragon Ball Z movie with my
Damn.
sister, and one of the guys was smoking a cartoon cigar, and this ad pops up. It's someone's jaw just like corroded away.
What a jump scare.
I was like, bro, what? I'm watching Dragon Ball Z, dog. It was crazy. Anyways, completely unrelated. What were we talking about? that still sticks with me. I still think about that because there's just like kids in that.
No, I'm
theater.
thinking
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
Shit.
It was wild.
Honestly, though, like cigarette advertising to me is some of the most purest forms of ads that I've ever seen in my life. Like I feel like health warnings are good.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
People should know the risks.
What's up?
And like, yeah, putting like a dead baby on a pack of Belmonts in Canada, yeah, you know that can happen. But like, again, you go to like Italy or France or somewhere, and you see
Oh,
how
yeah.
beautiful the packaging is on cigarettes. Forget what they are, just like branding.
The Korean
They're
packs?
clean. They're so
Camels?
clean
They're
looking.
beautiful.
Camel.
I want to do a party
Marlboro.
poster that looks like a
Have you seen the
cigarette
Korean
pack.
ones,
Oh,
like
that'd be
French
nice.
blacks with the flavor packets.
Oh yeah. My buddy gets those imported over. Loves them.
Anytime our friends come back from Korea, they come back with cartons of these like flavored Johns.
Let's
So
go.
good.
We're gonna talk after this.
Yeah,
all
let
I'm
me know.
saying.
I can put
If
it
you
in
need the
order. We
imports.
can,
Yeah,
we'll bring all the darts to the next cigarette thing.
We got something to
or
talk about.
the next Thai thing. The
Yo,
next cigarette
we
thing.
need a tobacco sponsor, bro. At this point, like second episode.
I know someone
Wink,
who
wink.
might be able to hook it up.
All right.
But my mom would hate me, bro.
Your
Oh,
mom?
also, I haven't shown her this tattoo yet. So, whenever you see this,
Oh my god. I don't think your mom.
no, she loves me,
Watches
bro.
it?
We're
Oh,
good. We're good. We
oh,
just
okay.
chat today.
Yeah.
She saw this on a FaceTime call by accident once. She saw the little lines peeking up. She's gotten.
How'd that go?
She's grown like this hardened shell where she doesn't get mad anymore. She just like looks at me, stops talking to me, lets me talk, and then gives it to my sister. And
There
then
you
I
go.
s-
You think like in her mind she like already disowned you, so whatever you do now, it's like
There's
good
just
to go.
no, nothing like that, man.
Nothing's off the table.
Nah, man. I have the power in this relationship, not her.
Golly.
No matter what she thinks. There's a video of me with her as a little kid where she's like combing my hair, and she's like, "When you grow up, you'll have an earring. Your hair will be all long."
Hmm.
And then immediately, I'm like, "Nah." She pulls that shit out.
Exactly.
Couple times a
You got
year.
receipts.
Yeah, she's like, "You're gonna hold me to that? That's crazy."
All right,
Psychotic.
on the theme of cigarettes,
I'm
Here's like,
ready
okay,
for
that's
this.
enough. Let's talk
I'm
about
ready for
cigs.
this. I'm
we're
ready for
moving
this.
off of cigarettes, but in the same general theme, we're talking about bringing them back. You guys have been partying for a long time in the scene,
Mhm.
right? What's something that you think you
What's that
miss
mean?
from the earlier days of partying versus now?
guy's treating you
What
like-
else do you want to bring back?
This guy's treating you like his grandparents.
No, I'm in
man.
my unk area. Is what he's saying.
You are in your own
Oh.
You
care.
already self-identified as an OG. so you know,
Damn, you're right.
No, he said he's a warden. Then he said he was like a gatekeeper.
I'm gonna have to chill on that. Hold on, Sasha. I'll let you take that one first.
Oh, you're gonna pass that off?
I'm past that out.
What do I miss about? Not much, honestly. Like I feel like
Yeah.
when I started going out, it was like places had dress codes, which like thinking
Oh
about that
my
now.
days!
Like I remember stressing about what kind of shoes I was wearing, and I was just like, "Oh shit! Like, am I
Actually,
gonna
fuck
get
dress
into?
codes.
Hot
Am I gonna
take,
get into Sea Lounge tonight? Like,
bring
I don't miss
dress
it.
codes back.
Bring it back?
I obviously
to some extent.
clearly no. I think honestly they should come back. Like
Okay.
you ever put in a suit and you're like, man, I feel good. Like getting all like spiffy for like an event is like it's nice.
That's different though.
And it's just like
Yeah,
but
that's like
even
an
if it's
event,
just
though.
like you got to wear like a polo out or whatever. Like
Okay.
to the bar, whatever you can, dress like this. But if you're going out to the club, maybe go in a polo, maybe a button down or whatever. Feel nice. You
You
know?
just want to pop
Look,
out.
man.
You
Yeah,
know,
lead,
feel good, look good,
Pop out
feel
and
good
show
kind of
lead
vibe.
by example. Next high tide thing
Yeah.
is
Next high
don't
tide. Yeah.
worry,
What's the
yeah.
high tide dress
black
code?
tie.
No,
Come as
there's
you
no
are.
dress code on
Come
that
as you
one.
are.
What is the high tide dress code?
Yeah.
Crop tops for men and women, probably.
Ooh, damn.
And
Mesh
like
tees.
cargo pants, mesh
You
tees.
said Brad.
It's pretty bratty.
I pretty much only
yeah.
wear
Yeah.
shorts.
You said
so-
Brad.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck dress codes. I remember one time I went to Lost and Found, And
That was your
on
first
some
mistake.
mad racist shit. One of my cousins was rocking like Jays, and I watched a white man walk in with a full Air Force One setup. White ones, nothing, not even a look. But my cousin comes in with the Jays, and we got stop, we got dress code, this, that, and the third. It's on some mad colorist shit too. So I feel like dress codes are a unique way of like gatekeeping.
100%.
But you said you're the gatekeeper.
I think there is forms of gatekeeping that needs to happen. I think
I do
everyone
agree.
shouldn't
I do
have an
agree, just so you
opinion.
know. I'm not
Yeah, full
disagreeing at all.
stop.
So bring gatekeeping back then. That's
I
your
would
opinion?
say like have tastemakers involved who are here to, because I think a lot of the times my main gripe about what's changed is that the character of the city is always like slowly seeping away. Like think of your favorite spot, it's probably gone. Think of like, it's probably a condo.
No, my favorite spot's Squirreli's on Queen. They're going
Give it a month. They're zoning it right now. Actually, I looked at it.
You looked at it? No,
They're gonna,
bro. That's
by the time we end this, it's
You're
probably
devastating
being
me, man.
zoned for a low-rise condo. No, but like
no. You're right. You're totally
kind of the
right,
vibes, the character, what you know. I remember one of the big events I love to do is go to supermarket on Kensington
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
go to Cold Tea.
though. Yeah,
And like Cold Tea was like our pseudo afters back when it was like no one knew about it.
yeah.
Deep in Kensington Mall.
Yeah.
And now it's a fucking fusion restaurant.
Like
Like,
the Colty's on Queen now, right?
oh, and then that Cold Tea's on Queen. But
Yeah.
like before, the one that we initially knew
yeah.
as Cold Tea.
I used to like going to Cold Tea, and then I mean I don't want to put Cold Tea on blast, but
No, it's chill. It's an opinion,
I
man.
DJ'd there a couple times back in my youth, and didn't love the experience.
There you go.
And I stopped going. Yeah,
Why is
I don't
that?
know. It was the kind of place that I felt would be completely empty inside, but like want the big lineup outside. So like I was
I remember
DJing. I told my friends to pull up, and I'm DJing to like 3 people. It's like an empty bar.
Yeah.
But then they're all like, "Oh, we're in line," and I'm like, "Why don't they let? There's no one here."
Yeah.
So like,
Wow.
I just don't like it when places are like actually empty, but they want the line to like look cool or
Yeah.
to like
Yeah.
look like it's kind of more poppin' than it actually
Fair
is. But granted, that was like 2016, so you know a lot's
Yeah.
changed.
So what venues do you guys like right now, if any?
Shout out La Piscina,
La Piscina,
home
yeah.
base. Love
Yeah.
that place. I like Standard Time.
Standard time for
Yeah.
sure.
Standard Time's cool.
Sounds good is
Sounds
dope.
good.
Bambi's is dope.
I don't
Juice
think-
is dope.
Where's Bambi's?
Cafeteria.
Bambi's is like,
That's
oh, I
not
think about Bowie.
Bowie. I don't.
Oh, Bambi's
Bowie's
is like
alright.
Bambi's.
Dundas, right?
Yeah, it's,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah,
below
yeah.
Extra Burger
Yeah, yeah,
at
okay,
Dover
okay.
Court and Dundas.
Sick.
Yeah.
Okay.
What makes a good
Um,
venue?
Pardon me.
What makes a good venue?
Good managers.
Good
good sound.
question.
Good sound. Dark.
Yeah.
Dark is
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
key. No, some places
Yeah,
are
yeah.
too
No one
bright.
knows.
Yeah.
The lumens are underrated.
Yo.
In
yeah,
terms of
'cause
like
you want to feel
a
comfortable.
variable.
You kind of want to, if you're gonna be a goblin, you got to be in your like hold up. Hole.
That's true. You need some
So,
personal
like,
space.
A part of it exactly is experience.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Right.
dark sounds good. I would also say like has to have like good traffic coming into it too.
Yeah.
Because like sometimes I think we did the spot. I'm not gonna say the name of this establishment, but like they try to do
Putting everyone out of business in
Yeah,
one show.
they try to do like kind of like a pseudo speakeasy thing, and it didn't work out.
Yeah.
And
Can't blame him for trying, but
yeah, but it was like you should promote this.
It's
Yeah.
like a if you know, you know kind of vibe.
Yeah, yeah.
And no one knew.
Nobody
knew.
knows. Nobody knows. So it's just like
Can't
it
all
doesn't
be
work.
in the secret if no one knows the secret.
yeah.
So
Honestly, that was kind of our thing too. We Boys Alone we started like a year and a half ago, and then promotion is the hardest thing for us. Like we figured that if we just did good work and people knew,
yeah.
it would just spread like that, and it's the biggest fallacy. It's like
Yeah, it's
doesn't
difficult.
happen.
It's like, yeah, like how do you be what is like the underground artist now? Like I have to like
Good
scream from a microphone, but like I don't know, I think of like the Yeats of the world. Like
Yeah.
to like I wouldn't necessarily call Yeat a mainstream artist, but also like Yeat has a ton of appeal.
he does.
He has
but
like
I
a
think,
very dedicated base, but like
I mean, he's also pushed by Geffen, which has
Exactly.
probably helped a lot. For he let him kind of not do all the.
but my
shit.
mom doesn't know
yeah,
Yeat.
yeah.
Your mom knows.
No, you got to put her
My
on.
mom doesn't.
Oh, she doesn't.
I wish she
Oh my
did.
God. Your
Mom
mom's
put her
tapped in.
If she was tapped in, that'd be a different story.
Get your mom out to a high tide.
We gotta get her out. Yeah.
We should get all of our moms out to a high tide.
That'd be fire.
My mom would come.
That'd be
My
fire.
mom's
Yeah.
also mentioned that she'd be down to go to like a nice club time with me, but I
Wow.
just never found like an experience that I'd like to bring her to. So
Mom
maybe,
party
Maybe this will be it.
with the cigarette room.
Mother's Day weekend,
Bro,
cigarette
she-
room.
she likes to party. She's just
Yeah.
always so weird about it around me. She loves beers and
Don't
stuff, but she
loosen her
will
up.
not drink around me. But yeah, well, yo, you're gonna get my
the
mom
Josh
loose.
going. We'll get the Josh going.
This guy says he's gonna get my mom loose. This.
Hey, yo.
Pause.
That's what you said, bro.
Pause
You
that.
said bring her out. We'll loosen her up. That's crazy.
All right, change your plans. change your
Terry, we're not
plans.
getting invited back here.
No, no, you
shit.
are.
Oh,
That's definitely
shit.
that's the kind of shit I need.
That is crazy.
Yo, I was gonna say, if you guys ever need like hands or just like production help for live stuff, I'd love to do like visuals or something. I've been doing a shit ton of that
Yeah,
for
what
our
you wish
stuff
for.
recently. So yeah, we could do
We
something like that.
love a visual. At the combine, we had like visual, like on the whole wall in there.
Yeah, yeah.
We were like live mixing, like
Yeah, yeah.
visuals to the drops of like all the songs, and they
Yes.
would like come in as the music was like about to go, and
Yeah.
that was really cool to see people react to
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
So
I'm
yeah,
working on a bunch of stuff in my sets as well. So I feel like if there's other stuff to try it on, or I'll just even send you low clips.
Let's
and
go.
See what you like.
let's
yeah.
link and build.
I'm constantly. This week was a horrible week for me. I overcommitted to everything, even planning for this.
Yeah.
And I was just like,
That's how it
I'm
goes.
gonna be euphemistic about it, but like I was like, if I had a weapon this week,
Yeah. Yeah.
How do you guys promote High Tide shows? Do you feel like they're getting bigger every time you do them?
Kind of started off as like a friends and family, like
Yeah.
homie kind of party.
Yeah.
Like our first few, Aiden and I, we didn't even want this to be a party. Like I was
Didn't want it to be a party?
No, like I was DJing back in the day, like pre-COVID spots like Cold Tea and Camp 4 and Oak Island, like doing mostly hip hop. And like, there's only so many times you can mix sicko mode into Mo Bamba before you're like, you know what? Like, I kind of want to try something else.
Bring that back, actually.
Actually, yeah, maybe enough times passed that we could
Yeah.
go
it
back
hasn't.
to
It
the-
hasn't. It hasn't.
to that
The
kind
kids
of
are
a night.
nostalgia for Sheck West.
Yeah,
Not
yeah.
yet, not yet, not yet.
We should make like a Sheck West Tech House edit. Let's put a pin in that.
a good idea.
But yeah, like I was doing that
Why'd you do
pre-COVID,
this?
and then Aiden was learning how to DJ during COVID, and we would always joke. I was like, oh, like when you learn how to DJ, like let's just do a night together. Like we'll just do a one-off. And we did our first party. We didn't even call it High Tide. We called it Going for Bloke, because like bloke core was like a big trend back then.
Oh, yeah.
And
Shout
in
out
our
bloke
heads,
core.
we're like, everyone will show up wearing soccer jerseys. It'll be like a stupid party where it's like just soccer jerseys, and like we'll play like Euro dance and like Euro trance.
That's
And
hard.
it'll just
That's
be
sick,
like,
actually.
you know, that
Mhm.
kind of a thing. And it like overwhelmed our expectations. Like it was so busy, so crazy. And then we were like, should we just do this more regularly? And like we came up with High Tide, and we started doing it monthly from there, and like getting a steady cadence. But like the promotion was never really a thing early on. Like we just kind of did it. We
No.
both posted about it on our personal Instagram accounts, and that was it. And then the bigger and bigger it got, the more we were like, we should launch an Instagram. We should launch a TikTok. We should launch a playlist series. What sort of editorial things can we do? What kind of media can we do? How can we promote this? Should we do like guest mixes at like other places? Who should we collab with? And like it was kind of natural, I would say. Whereas now we have like it was never like this before, but there's like a full system now where it's like if we're doing an event and we're selling tickets, like we have a whole like checklist that we run through and like how that all works and what that looks like.
Yeah.
But in terms of what that looks like, it's like Instagram, TikTok, honestly, I hate to say it. Like, I'm sure we're giving all of our data away, but whatever. It's fine.
It's already been gone.
It's
man.
already gone.
It's
Yeah,
been
yeah.
gone for years.
But like, we found that TikTok, and I feel like such a marketing bro saying this, but like, TikTok really did change things
This
for
actually
us.
is a marketing bro, so no worries.
Like,
man.
I'm a marketing bro in my day job.
There
I
you
just
go.
try to not
Yeah, so
bring
is
that
he.
into this. But like, we launched TikTok, and it just took off, and we had a few like viral
Yeah.
clips that like brought us to another level where like we were playing small places. TikTok took off. We could start playing places like the Drake and the Ace Hotel and stuff, and like selling them out consistently. That was because of TikTok, and it was because of BlogTO came and did a video about us like pretty
That was
early
it.
on.
Nice.
And
That
that,
was the
also took us
genesis.
off, and it was like BlogTO made us seem way cooler than we actually are. But yeah,
That's cool.
it was just
When things like grow.
May 2023. It was like all this
Yeah.
stuff happened around the same time. Like Terry joined, BlogTO happened, and we started going viral on TikTok.
Yeah.
And that all happened in like a month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then from there, it was like we did Do West Fest, we sold out the Drake, we sold out the Ace, and it just
Yeah.
like
Fire.
snowballed from there.
Nice.
What was
Yeah.
the first viral clip?
The first viral clip was that BlogTO video,
Nice.
and so
Also,
kinda-
your videos.
Yeah, it was your
and
video
then
that I
and then
saw.
I had
This
Give
guy
yourself
being fake
credit.
humble, bro. Yo, just waiting for you guys to get in there.
Not to toot my own horn. Yeah,
I mean,
so
you and your wife's
I had a
videos.
hand cam, like a Sony hand cam that like I would just like fuck around with.
Yeah.
And I think like that found footage media was like already on a wave, and so
Right.
it was like
Yeah.
it was good to kind of have like it felt more personable, I'd say. Like there were just a bunch of like party shots, like a bunch of our friends, and it felt like you knew, like you felt like you were in on it, and or you wanted to get in on it. And so coupled with that, and I think I like to believe personally it was the Blog TO, because like that kind of gave us like the general like
There's a
broad-
cred that came
Yeah.
with that.
So it was like it put us in the front of the masses, and then like the first thing that you got to see was like my videos.
Yeah.
And so a lot of them were like, shit, like I got it. When's the next one? Like, let's try to go to this.
Yeah.
And so yeah, I think the one that Mike you came to, we had like kids out the door before we even got in.
Nice.
I felt like I was Fred again.
Yeah.
I
You might
was
be.
literally hanging off of the pipes in
Yeah.
LP.
Wow.
And like
I was having a
LP,
blast.
LP used to
Sick,
be a
man.
coffee shop, and it is not zoned for this. But like
LP.
we
Not familiar. Where's
we are
LP at?
committed. Now it is. They fucking made a lot of improvements. It's a great space.
Nice.
Um,
Where's it at?
Brock and Dundas.
Yeah.
Brock and Dundas.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm learning about new places right now too. So
Yeah, you
Shout
guys,
out Tyler.
the venue name dropping in this interview is crazy. Every
Yeah.
single venue is going to be reposting this video.
We're basically a listicle at this point. Like,
yeah.
put everything in all the spots we recommended in the top 10.
And these are just
Yeah.
Toronto spots. If you
Yeah,
want
yeah.
other spots, we
Yeah.
got lists on lists.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
actually did our first non-Toronto event this year, which
Oh,
was like
yeah.
a
Shout
big
out. Yeah.
moment for us.
where we
Like,
at?
We had a gig in Montreal at
Sick.
Vino Disco.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shout out the homie Billy who booked us.
Yeah.
Incredible space.
Incredible space. It's like the little Jerry
Yeah.
on like steroids is how I
Yeah,
would
yeah.
describe
Yeah,
it. It's
exactly.
it's really nice.
Exactly.
Nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I think that's a big goal. Like we want to start doing things in like New York, Chicago. Like we
Yeah,
want to
yeah.
like
Detroit.
it's time to like kind of expand maybe. I
Yeah.
think.
yeah. Yeah.
We'll figure out how that works. But I think it's
Truly.
time.
And I think also, like, with any kind of creative in the city, once you leave and you've gone elsewhere and kind of made it, you kind of get that, like, accreditation.
Oh, it's huge. Yeah.
So
yeah.
it's like, yeah, you get your stripes from abroad.
For sure.
And so, yeah, just to try it out, learn new things.
Yeah.
And, like, bring that into the gumbo.
Yeah. The
of
gumbo.
things. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Nice. So I did want to ask you guys this because we haven't gotten to this yet. Somehow, specifically, how would you describe what your specific like vertical is? What's the thing that you do
Right.
that describes what you do well?
I could tap in.
You guys can go first.
I would say I'm like creative direction and overall aesthetics. So my thing is I like to ideate and then refine. So Ira is like my main co-collaborator. So them and I will basically, I'll have like this kind of like grandiose pie in the sky idea, and they help like refine it back to earth. And so I like to just like think of really wacky shit. And then like, can we do this? Do we have the money for it? What's the budget? And yeah, so visually, like our kind of our aesthetic, like the photo shoot, I help creative direct. More, yeah.
Frank actually shot like our first
Yeah.
album cover too.
He did, yeah.
So
That's
that was,
sick. Shout out
that was like a
Frank.
year and a half ago.
He's dope.
Yeah,
Yeah.
shout out
Cool.
Yeah,
Frank, yeah.
Yeah, shout out
he's so
Frank.
easy to work with. Kind of like our rebrand as well. Like I have like a designer, shout out Lily, who I like collaborate consistently with. And then like the visual, like for our New Year's event, we did like a hologram in a cube,
Crazy.
as well as like we created a home office and we had like Sims playing on an old iMac G4, like
That's
from like
fire, bro.
2001.
Play Sims
My
at
wife
the
would love
club.
that.
And like
Why not?
honestly,
Yeah.
the women were feral for Sims.
Yo, they
No, it's a different
Like,
breed, bro.
I would like to think that it was like our atmosphere, but like
You installed
everybody
mods?
was literally on there. There's some people trying to cheat on it. I'm like,
Rosebud, Rosebud, yeah. If
You know the one.
if you
you're
know about
up.
Rosebud, you know.
You're up. It was
like the
like,
flash drives.
yeah, it was crazy. Shout out my wife for like getting that set up and like, Christ, man. But yeah, I just like fun shit like that. Is where
That's
I
actually
see
a great
myself.
idea. Shit, we should definitely steal that.
That's free.
We're stealing that
I'll
idea,
do
bro.
one.
Sorry, you should have copyrighted that one.
It's for the streets now. Yeah.
Yeah, that's dope.
I guess I kind of do a bit of everything.
Yeah.
Like, I kind of bounce around across the board.
Sure.
Like I'll help Terry out with ideas. And then I'll also help Sasha with like marketing stuff. Be like, oh yeah, I just made a sick video. Let's like post it. Or like,
But you approached the guys with something in mind, yeah? Like what was in mind when you?
I wanted to play.
Yeah.
That's what like I was just like,
And also, you produce too.
oh yeah, I do produce.
Nice.
Like I have like.
You got some good shit.
Like I have my own stuff on like the side, like
Yeah.
Yeah.
production stuff
Tight.
and other DJing stuff too.
Yeah.
But it's just like, I help curate ideas.
Mm-hmm.
Like we'll go check out venues, and I'm like, I got a vision.
Cool.
For whatever's in this space, and then it's just like, I'm no like social media expert, but like I kind of know what's going on. So like, I'll like be like, okay, how can I apply this to what's going on with High Tide, and then I'll hit up Sasha and be like, yo,
Nice.
here's this video, or just like I kind of bounce around. I'm very fluid amongst like roles.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's kind of what I do.
Okay. Tight.
Kind of like play like a manager role, I would say, for the most part. Like basically do all of our like, I do all the boring stuff. Like I do all the admin, I do all of our partnerships, negotiations, vendor agreements, invoices, like all that, all the fun stuff, I like to say.
All the good
Oh, yeah.
stuff.
All the marketing, like run the socials.
Yeah.
Do a lot of like partnerships, so like outreach to like venues, other collaborators, collectives, DJs,
Sure.
bookings, all that kind of stuff. I would say like primarily I'm always thinking about like the calendar and the sequencing and like trying to make sure that like we're getting booked at sick places, we're doing cool things, and we're like evolving and growing. If anything, like I feel like I'm kind of sometimes need to be held back a bit because I'm like, we should do this, and it's like we can't do that. But like that's like any good partnership. Like you need different people doing different things.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then DJ as well outside of that. But honestly, like this started off as like a DJing project,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
now DJing is like 5%
Just
of
part
what
of
I
it.
do here.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
Yeah, that's
like
usually
so
how-
much
That's how it
more
goes.
than that. Yeah.
That's
Because
how.
like,
I mean, we totally get that. This is exactly what happened
That's how
with
Boys
us.
Don't
We
started
thought we
too.
were just gonna do records together, and then now we're doing this.
Yeah.
Like this
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
never on the radar, but like it just kind
Literally.
of happened.
even then, like the more we grew too, like it used to be me and Aiden, and it was like we'd have 4.5 hours of programming, and Aiden and I would both DJ for like 2 hours each, and it was like a lot. Now we have like Mike, Terry, Aiden, Ira, me, and it's like the actual time windows are shrinking, but it's kind of nice because like our musical styles are all like a little different, so it kind of brings variety to the events as well.
My mic was off. Now that you've mentioned that, we haven't talked about music at all, which is crazy. What are you listening to? What's cool? What's good for you guys right now?
Okay, I mean, I can start with this.
Yeah, just
get into it, get into
Don't
it.
even have to start. Just this is a conversation.
I
Just jump
listen
in.
to
Cut me
a
off.
whole bunch of different music.
Okay.
Like my main like pocket of music, like it'll go from like shout out Ireland, Katama. That's like my
Katama.
guy.
We saw Katama at was EI. Was it?
Yeah,
Electric
yeah.
and him and Malgrab. Did you see? Was it this year? Or
Yeah,
last?
this year.
Yeah,
Like just now, this couple weeks
I didn't
ago.
get to see him this year, but I saw him 2 years ago when he was playing back to back with
Yeah,
Malgrab.
Katama's
Another
crazy.
guy, Malgrab.
We're
Those are,
seeing him
like, the-
tonight.
Oh yeah, we're seeing him tonight.
Oh,
too,
sick. Where?
so-
Oh,
McCormick.
Oh shit.
Sorry, Warehouse TBA.
yeah. Warehouse TBA. That's right.
like I'm big on like the sounds of like Europe. So like
Yeah,
there's like X Club or another group of guys that are
Okay.
duo that I really fuck with. Realize another good group. And then like moving over like towards the States, like I'm big on hip hop. Like I love hip hop. So like The Alchemist has
Hello,
always
hello.
been like somebody in my pocket. Larry
Yeah.
June.
Alchemist, fire.
Just come in, man. Just
West
walk in.
Side Gun, those kind of guys. Like I'll listen to stuff like, you know, Marvin Gaye. I love Marvin
Oh,
West
Gaye.
Side and Marvin Gaye. Yeah.
Talk to
Right
me.
there,
Yeah,
right
That
there,
makes
right there.
sense.
It's
That makes
all
sense.
over the place. Like,
Mook's, where'd he go? Oh, he's asleep. I think he just did a video for West Side
oh yeah,
just like a couple weeks ago.
I thought you were gonna say Marvin
He's
Gaye.
away.
I was
Video
like,
with
wait.
Raph and West Side, right? Conway.
oh Conway the Machine too. Yeah, like I
woke him
I
up.
love music. It's just like it doesn't matter what it is. Like I love it. Like it can go
Yeah.
from breakbeat jungle
Yeah.
to like techno to like hip hop to soul to R&B to jazz, like
Yeah.
Latin. Brazilian, like I'm always looking for new music because it's just like when I go
What's-
to produce music.
What's big in the Brazilian stuff? Like Brazilian funk?
Oh, like no, I listen to like MPB, so like,
Oh,
like
okay.
very like not like bossa nova.
Sure,
but it's
sure,
just,
yeah.
like
Mhm.
in that realm, it's like a little faster.
What's
more-
your stuff sound like?
What does my stuff sound
Fire.
like? So
Yeah.
so I recently did like a pretty big rebrand. Like I when I was in uni, I was trying to figure out my sound. So like I was doing stuff like some jungle stuff here, some like minimal house stuff here,
Yeah.
some like techno
Yeah.
stuff, and then like
You got to do a little bit of everything before you figure it out. For
yeah,
sure.
and I'm like I did a rebrand, and even now like I'm trying to figure it out. Like
Yeah.
one thing I've always loved ever since I was a kid was like trance music. So like
Yeah.
trance plays a pretty big role in like my sound now. Like I have my two musical influences, Katama, Malgrab. Those are like my guys.
Yeah. That's crazy. You
So-
saw it back to back with them too. Then
I was screaming.
Yeah,
if they
yeah.
recorded that set, you'd hear me screaming.
that was a crazy set. I think that was the same weekend as Indira, right? I think she was headlining.
Was
Was that
I only went for
the-
the day, so I didn't go for
Okay,
like the
okay.
weekend. So like I can't remember like the full lineup. I literally just went to go see those two.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not gonna lie. But yeah, so it's just like my current sound kind of picks at their styles, but obviously I add my own elements into it. There's some like speed garagey elements in there. Like
Okay.
again, I'm still in the process of figuring
Who's
out.
your speed garage guy right now? Or girl?
Interplanetary Criminal.
IPC, yeah, IPC's crazy.
Yeah.
Silver Bump was pretty good too.
Even if you go like way back, like some of the guys who were starting out
Yeah.
with like or like bringing speed garage to like
Yeah,
the
yeah.
surface or to the masses, like
You guys send me some stuff. I need to.
yeah,
if you got playlists or whatever,
I'll send you
stuff out.
just like I'll curate you something.
Yeah.
Just like hit me up and I'll curate you
We
something.
should also. I have a massive record pool. I've been cleaning up. So if there's anything in there you want, I'll just send you a link. Just
Please
grab
do.
stuff
if,
out of
if
there.
you want to trade records too, we
Let's
can
do
that
it.
too.
Let's do it. I got to start getting into vinyls because like there's some stuff I just can't find. I hear
yeah.
it,
Start digging.
but I just hate owning vinyls. It's just another thing I have to own, which really is a lot.
Until
Yeah.
it's all like displayed and you're like, oh man, look at my
It
collection.
looks sick, but my room's already a mess, man. My closet's useless at this point. My closet is the floor. It's gotten nuts. So okay, I kind of have a sense of what you're about. What about you guys? What's
That's it for me. I like run the gamut as well. I like predominantly like live in funk. Like I'm listening to like Childish Gambinos, Awaken My Love a lot. It's like a really big tape. A lot of like R&B, like Raven Lenae, Elamine, this cat out in Europe, and more or less Elamine.
yeah?
ELAMINE.
Check
Yeah.
that out.
And then
Okay.
that new Peggy's been really good.
New Peggy has
Yeah.
been
Yeah,
good. Peggy
actually-
made a crazy change there too. That was weird.
Yeah. No,
Underrated,
it's like
man. Underrated, I think.
honestly,
Nah,
whenever I
it's
go
like
for like
appropriate,
a
they were.
ride or like just out for like working out, like it's just like blaring in my
Yeah,
ears.
yeah.
And then
That's some good punch the wall
our
music.
High Tide guest playlist is always full of wonderful.
Where's that?
Subscribe on Spotify and Apple
Spotify?
Music.
I bet. Yeah,
I would be
subscribe
remiss
and
if I
maybe-
didn't plug it.
Yeah, no,
Um,
please. This is now plugging time. We're in
this is
we're in the
plugging-
last like
yeah,
5
yeah.
to 6. So
The
plug
home stretch.
everything. Plug it up.
Absolutely.
Pause.
Follow us, High Tide TO.
You dropped the knife, bro.
It's a knife.
It's like, hurry up, man.
High Tide TO on IG. Is that the same handle for TikTok as
You
well?
don't know our TikTok handle?
Yo, it's cool.
I
We'll
should.
just list it
It
somewhere.
is High Tide TO.
All right, sick.
High Tide TO on everything.
Yeah. We got some things coming up in the
Sick.
next couple of weeks,
Tight, tight,
so
tight.
stay tuned, stay
Yeah.
locked. But ultimately, like, just be on our shit.
Yeah, absolutely. I
Yeah.
mean, I'll push as much as I can.
Yeah.
Plug it up. What
Every-
you were listening to?
Everything that Mike said for the first half, Kedema, Malgrab,
Yeah,
Skin
yeah.
on Skin, Effie,
Skin on Skin
Interplanetary
also
Criminal,
crazy. Yeah,
all that. I'm about all that. Mike and I just did our first B2B last week, and we're
Nice.
kind of in a
Insane,
similar.
too.
We're in
Is
like a
that-
similar pocket
Is that
right
posted
now.
somewhere? Did you record that?
No,
No.
we're playing a wedding in.
Oh,
You gotta record that.
we should record that.
So funny.
But that was like fun because like we're kind of in a similar pocket in terms of like the electronic music that we're currently rocking with.
nice.
All that like hard house, hard groove, techno
Yeah,
kind
yeah.
of, but like not like main room techno, like more like drum forward techno.
Sure.
But like outside of that, in terms of what I listen to, like I'm a big Drainer. I love Drain Gang, Blade,
Oh,
Echo 2K,
sure.
Tie Boy Digital,
Yeah, yeah.
Varg 2.
Black
I'm a
Crate,
big Drainer.
Sick Boy Rari.
I was the oldest person at the
Yeah,
Drain
yeah.
Gang show that happened at the Phoenix a couple of years ago, and
What's a couple years? It can't be
2022.
No way.
Yeah, I
Who's
went with
there?
Aiden. He got COVID.
Who's?
But like, if you're gonna get COVID,
That's the place to
getting
go.
it at a
Place.
Drain Gang
You're gonna
show
go-
is
yeah,
amazing.
yeah.
So like,
It's guaranteed.
big
your money
Drainer.
back.
Outside of that, like
Kind
kind of
saying
a
Train Gang this entire time. I'm like, who's
Drain.
Drain.
Drain? I know.
Drain.
That's why I was so confused. I'm like,
listen. If
Want to
it's
drain on them.
if the music's made by Swedish femboys, I'm in.
yeah, Yeah.
So kind of adjacent, but like all the hyperpop stuff, like Sophie, Charlie XCX,
Nice.
Kim
R.I.P.
Petras, like everything in that pocket. I really rock with. I've wanted to do like a hyperpop night with High Tide for so long, but
That'd be sick.
you know, it'd be cool. Yeah,
tuned.
it'd
Don't
be
forget
cool.
High Tide. Let's do a
Stay
boys
tuned.
weekend.
We should do some sort of like a hyperpop thing.
go to
R.I.P.
the Brat Show?
Sophie. Pardon me?
Did you go to the Brat Show?
I did.
Was that
Yeah,
last
I
night?
did.
Yeah,
It was
nights ago?
Wednesday. It was crazy. I
Sick
feel like I
night.
saw God that night. It was
Oh,
was
yeah?
crazy.
God is a woman, bro.
God
But
is
yeah,
one.
God is a woman.
that's kind of it, really.
Nice.
Yeah.
I mean,
Anything
that's
else
pretty-
you guys want to plug before we wrap it
Yeah,
up?
let's-
I don't know when this is coming out, but
Well,
November
it'll be as
30th.
fast as possible.
November 30th, we're playing
it'll be,
standard time.
way before that.
And tickets will be on sale some point soon. So yeah, November 30th,
They
standard
might already
time.
be out. Truthfully, it kind of depends on how
Yeah.
how on top of my shit I am, but we'll get this out as soon as possible.
But yeah, outside of that, High Tide TO and everything. Follow us.
You guys are
and,
weapons. Get out there.
we'll see you at a party.
Fun time. Yeah, we'll see you soon
Awesome.
too. I'll be there.
Yeah.
Please.
Thanks for
Yeah.
coming by, guys.
Thanks
Very
for having
much
us.
for
having
Yeah,
us.
appreciate it.
Someone call cut.
I'm getting good at this, man. I'm dropping mics now. That's crazy.